Jedi Bob Starfighter is a set I've really been looking forward to despite its price. For $40 you get the return of Jedi Bob, an awesome customized Jedi Starfighter, and 2 throwaway figures. Comparing this to another set on shelves for the same price, Paz Vizsla vs Moff Gideon, you get 4 real minifigures and an amazing and playable build. Or compared to Obi-Wan Starfighter at $30, where we got Obi-Wan of course, R4P17, and the first and only LEGO Kaminoan. Now this servo gonk droid I can excuse for the most part. Almost every Starfighter comes with a paired droid of some sort, but most of the time the droid is incorporated into the build. Servo doesn't do that. And the Akbar Trooper is just a boring design. So regardless of their role in Rebuild the Galaxy, they may end up being super awesome characters, but I still don't think this minifigure lineup holds a torch to Obi-Wan Starfighter in the slightest. Jedi Bob's return is carrying these figs. With all that being said, I think a lot of folks will wait for Jedi Bob Starfighter to go on sale, and in my opinion, I think you should too. I, however, didn't, because we have alternate builds to make, and that's the reason I was excited for this set. Despite everything I just said, I knew that the customizations compared to a normal Jedi Starfighter and the pieces brought along with them would do wonders for alternate build possibilities. So you might ask, if I bought 2 of these, well actually 3, even if it's for this video, does that devalue the criticism I just gave the set? Maybe, but I'll let you decide. For the alternate build itself, I of course used 2 sets, plus the little extra pieces they come with, to make a ship inspired by General Grievous Starfighter. But I obviously took some creative liberties along the way to make it more of my own. But before the ship, as with every multi-set alternate build, we have some duplicate figures that we need to part swap. And I couldn't do much with these, but I did swap some parts between a single Jedi Bob and an Akbar Trooper, and I got this trooper with weathered armor, I guess? Then we also have Jedi Bob wearing clone armor, which I absolutely love. The original set is reminiscent of Anakin Starfighter from the 2003 Clone Wars, and now with these part swaps, Jedi Bob resembles Kenobi from the same series. But to make him work completely, I did have to steal the hands from the other Akbar Trooper, so he looks a little interesting now. Then you're left with one Jedi Bob minifigure that's completely unchanged from the original set. Diving into the ship, it's a very wide but thin Starfighter. It has 4 intakes on the front, with the main cannons for the ship right in the middle. The design for the intakes is ripped right from the original set. It's a very simple build with just a few pieces, but it works perfectly for this type of detail. I borrowed the stripe design from the original set as well, with these red stripes that run from the center of the ship and on the wings. If we continue right down the middle above the cannons, you'll notice plenty of stickers from the 2 sets, and then this larger brick-built engine greebling in front of the cockpit, which also houses 2 more cannons for the ship, one on either side. Then I used even more stickers on these tiles around the cockpit, with 1 more to finish it off in the back above these thrusters, which aren't the only thrusters for the ship. If we take a look at the unsightly underside, we can see that those 4 intakes in the front led to an equal amount of thrusters under the wings, with those 2 additional ones in the back. We also have 2 landing gear down here, 1 on either side. That way your ship isn't resting on its engines. And a nice little bonus, the landing mode of the alt build resembles Grievous Starfighter when that's landed, with the front of the ship pointing in the air a little. Back up top, we can open the cockpit, where inside you have 2 control panels for your pilot, along with their pilot seat and a headrest to fit them comfortably. They're also only attached by 2 studs, so it's super easy to get them out. But putting Bob back in the pilot seat, that pretty much covers everything. If you want to build one of these for yourself, I have full PDF building instructions available on my Patreon page right now. Let me know what you think of Bob's Grievous Starfighter down below, and if you have any suggestions for any future alternate builds, mods, or mocks you'd like me to do, drop those down below as well. I really enjoyed bringing Grievous Starfighter back to life with a bit of my own twist. It's one of the most unique ships in Star Wars that I feel doesn't get enough love.